Story time. As this is my first video for LinkedIn, I cherry-picked a leadership story I am very proud of. Today, I will tell you how I increased my team eNPS by 514%. Yes, you have heard it right. And drum rolls, I did it in just 6 months. And yeah, I know what you're thinking already. This is bullshit. It's impossible. Actually, it is very possible and it is much easier than you might think. When I took over my last remote team, the eNPS was 14. Now, for those of you who don't know what the eNPS or Employee Net Promoter Score is, it's basically a measure of how likely your employees are to recommend your company as a great place to work. For you leaders out there, listen up. You gotta keep an eye on this score over time. Don't compare yourself to everyone under the sun. Focus on your own past scores. Think a bit progress report. Maybe you can also compare to similar companies in your industry. But the key is to see if the awesome stuff you are doing to keep your team happy is reflected in the numbers. Now, back to the story. As you can imagine, I was clearly surprised by that 14. It didn't sum up what I had seen about the company in my first week of work there. The company culture seemed great at first glance. The team was always acting positive towards the mission and the vision of the company, and generally they seemed happy. So, why wouldn't they be excited to refer to the company as a great place to work? Well, it was time for research, but remember, I was also brand new. I couldn't just dive in and expect everyone to open up entirely. That's why building trust was a key. I started with one on one conversations, like mini investigations, not just with my team, but also with folks they worked with regularly. These conversations were a two-way street. With my team, I wanted to be something like a talent detective. What were their strengths? What were they amazing at? And on the flip side, what areas could they use some extra support in? And most importantly, what did they expect from their leader? And spoiler alert, they were not expecting monologues from me, that's for sure. But let me be clear, these one on ones were their space, not mine. I was there to support them, be their personal hype machine, and help them unleash their inner rock star. And forget about dry status updates. We could discuss anything under the sun. So, you're new to the leadership game? Well, here are some questions I found golden during those first one on one, and they go beyond the typical how is it going to truly connect with your team and build a powerhouse squad. Is there anything you like to know about me or my leadership style? Now, this question breaks the ice and shows your team you are approachable. It opens the door for honest conversations and fosters an environment of trust. Imagine your team feels comfortable asking about your approach, leading to better alignment and collaboration. What are your long term career aspirations? This isn't just about busy work. By understanding their goals, you can see if their current role aligns with their ambitions. Are they looking to develop specific skills? Do they crave a different challenge? Knowing their aspiration allows you to be supportive leader, helping them grow within the company or provide guidance for future endeavors. And what can I do to support you better? This is the ultimate trust builder. It shows genuine interest in their challenges and open the door for a two-way conversation. Imagine a team member struggling with a project roadblock. By asking this question, you can be the hero, either by solving the issue directly or empowering them with the tools they need to handle it themselves. Win win. But wait, there is more. I also chatted with the stakeholders my team worked with. And well, picture this. I'm chatting with these key players, the folks who make big decisions around the team. And why? Well, I was on a mission to uncover the secret sauce behind the team's not so high morale. Was it communication breakdown? Or were they swimming in a sea of unclear expectations? Maybe the goals just weren't quite clicking for everyone. That's what I wanted to find out. And guess what? Bingo! As I dug deeper in these conversations, a golden opportunity practically smacked me in the face. It turns out there was a disconnect between the team and these stakeholders. It felt like the team's superpowers were going unnoticed, their value to the whole operation underestimated. It was like a puzzle with a missing piece. But hey, that's why we do this detective work, right? Piece by piece, the picture was getting clearer. And so, after getting a feel for the team, it was time to build some serious trust. But forget slow and steady, I was all about four quick wins with a lasting impact. And first was a rule of thumb. My word is gold. You ask me to do something, it's getting done, like yesterday. Remember that person who promised to take out the trash and never did? Yeah, trust killer. That's why transparency is king. When I can't give an ATA, I am transparent and say, hey, I don't know yet, but I'll keep you posted. And guess what? I actually do. Next up was clarity, a lot of it. Ever felt lost in the company labyrinth? Yeah, no bueno for motivation. So we drilled down on the company vision, our department's purpose, and how everyone fits in. We talked about their autonomy, how to best contribute, and even how to communicate with stakeholders so everyone's on the same page. Basically, everyone knew what was expected and what to expect from me and from others. But here's the kicker: understanding the impact of your work is a game changer. Who benefits from what you do? How do you rock their world? When you know the why behind the work, you actually care. And then small wins, big impact. Need access to a tool, time off approval, all these 2 minutes tasks. I tackle them on the spot. I wanted this to not be in the mind of my team, to get them out of there. And at the same time, this was building trust, right? Crisis, more like a team huddle. When shit hit the fan, I wasn't barking orders from a comfy chair. I was in the trenches with them, overwhelmed by customer questions, daily tasks piling up. I was there asking where they needed help. Supporting your team in a crunch is crucial. You are all in the mud together, so lend a hand and get them out. And what's next? The team conversations revealed two big areas for additional changes. Painful processes. First up, some processes were like way slow and a total time suck for the team. Easy fixes. I swoop in, involve everyone in the decision, gotta share the vision, and poof, optimize processes. And then unfocused meeting. Some team meeting were a weird mix of work and personal stuff, and not exactly sparking creativity. Changing the process was a breeze for the technical stuff, but the meetings needed some tweaking. Redefining the purpose was the key. Sure, remote work needs some social time, but mixing it with work stuff wasn't helping anyone. So I split it. One meeting, work zone, focus on project, roadblocks, decisions. Another meeting, totally optional, was all about team bonding, life update, and maybe even some fun game. And I still have some hilarious Gartic phone gif saved somewhere. This might seem like a small fry change, but trust me, it was a game changer. Having a dedicated space for their ideas to discuss, to implement, boom, fostered a sense of ownership. They finally felt like they were important and listened, not anymore just doing something someone told them to do. And guess what? They started taking ownership. Week by week, I could see them feeling like they were in control, knowing their voices mattered, made them feel like rock stars at their job. Pretty sweet, right? Yeah, I guess so. All right. Last but not least, to the action points I took to raise the ends was building psychological safety. And this one was the one that took more time, but it was worth every single second. First thing, I needed my team to be open with me. No problems stay hidden forever, right? I explained them that I cannot fix what I don't know. So their input was the key. Next up was mistakes. We all mess up sometimes, and that's okay. Blame? Never heard of her. My go to questions were, how do we fix this? Any ideas? Or let's learn from this. How can we make it awesome next time? And finally, the on site workshop. Remember, my team was mostly remote, feeling kind of disconnect from the company at times. So I brought everyone together for a bonding session and a deep dive into teamwork or the meaning of teamwork. Turns out that clear team norms does magic. Basically, how the team acts together makes a huge difference. We brainstormed what mattered most to everyone as a team and as individuals: respect, positivity, ownership. This became our core values, our little team Bible. This was the foundation for building trust and feeling safe to speak up. And bam, in less than 6 months, our eNPS skyrocketed to 86. But guess what? Even more important than a dry number, the team vibes were amazing. They were interacting, happy, and feeling like rock stars and producing more and being more creative. And you want to laugh? After all of this, I learned that a 14 eNPS is not as bad as I thought. But hey, gotta keep learning, right? So big thanks for sticking with me. Now, tell me in the comment what part of this story resonated with you, what made you curious, anything you want me to dive deeper into, and hit the comment, DM me, or even book a free call. I'm here to chat about your team and help you make them superstars.